Hey kids, today we're going to be looking at update 1.57. You know, the channel's been in a coma for about a month or so, and I decided to reawaken it. So here's the first thing. So update 1.57 just came out, and here's one of the vehicles for the Americans that is here. I'm just doing a review of 1.57, if that wasn't clear in the beginning of the video. I don't know what that was. Anyways, so this is the Super Pershing, which is different from the original Pershing in that it has more armor. You can see it's like all plated on. There's the weird, I don't know what the hell that is. But it's got more armor plated on, and it's classified as a heavy tank. I'm pretty sure the original Pershing was classified as a medium tank. I'm not sure. In game, at least, it's classified as a medium tank. But anyways, let's take a look, shall we? So, about 38 millimeters effective thickness, 68 millimeters in the front. On top of this original armored plate that's already like 106 millimeters thick. Then you got this, an extra 80 millimeters, another extra 38 millimeters, which is from this angle is 70 millimeters thick. And yeah, pretty much just an up armored Pershing. Looks pretty cool though. And Jesus, alright, here's a tip, pro tip. No, just a player tip. Tip. What the fuck am I saying? Anyways, don't get hit. Don't have any shot go through the midsection of your tank, because it will explode in quite a fantastic explosion. There's a lot of ammo. Yes. Kind of glad it has all that armor, because that's a lot of ammo, and if it explodes, yeah. Anyways, that's probably why there's a lot of armor. I mean, at least the armor is towards the bottom of the tank instead of up over on the sides and stuff where you're more likely gonna get hit. So it's got that going for it. I'm pretty sure that's about it for the new American ground vehicles. So they do get a new plane. This one's been waiting for this one for a while. Oh, there's two variants, P-61C1 and A1. That's pretty cool. Not sure what the difference is. One of them's premium. This one doesn't get any bombs, it doesn't look like. I'm guessing this one gets bombs because realistically, this one gets up to 2 tons of bombs, so that's really cool, and we can actually take it over a test flight, so let's do that. So the P-61, it was a night fighter, designed as a night fighter and an attacker. 420mm cannons under the fuselage. They're hard to see, they're under the plane, and it has this rotating turret with 450 cals, 412.7mm machine guns. So that gives a nice concentrated burst of firepower. Very deadly. No cockpit as of yet. But let's take it out for a spin. It's got a cool cockpit arrangement in the front. There's I believe the radar operator in the back and the pilot in the front, or it might be the gunner. There's another rear gunner in the back. Might be a radar operator. Not sure, but crew of 3. One of them definitely controls the guns, and Gaijin said in a future update they would introduce something where you could fix the guns, fix the 50 cals in the so they're front firing, so you can shoot both these cannons and the 50 cals. But yeah, they should move independently and engage targets, so that's cool. Obviously, it's a pretty heavy plane, not very fast, but it just looks really cool. Nice, advanced aircraft. Perfect for its role, which was shooting down things in the dead of night. It's got that camouflage going for it. So let's go strafe things, shall we? course we shall. You don't get a say in this because you're a viewer, poor little viewer. You have to watch me ramble on and on and on. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't even stop the video. Go ahead and try. No, I'm kidding. Don't stop the video. Please watch this. Gotta keep this channel alive somehow. So yeah, 20mm cannons. Shatter everything they touch. And there's these 50 cals in the turret. I don't have the gun depression to... That's one thing, you don't have the gun depression to shoot anything below you, so you're gonna, if you're engaged by like enemy fighter planes, you're gonna have to kind of stay low to the deck, so they have to like fly on top of you and you can shoot back up at them, because otherwise they can just get below you and shoot upwards and you can't really do anything about it. But yeah, I'd say this is going to be a really good attack aircraft. Not so much heavy fighter because it's rather slow. If it's not, I don't know, this is just from what I'm observing, it seems pretty slow, but if not, then it'd probably just be like any normal heavy fighter in game. Like, not particularly good performance, but it can probably engage things on the deck, so yeah. Anyways, I think that just about wraps it up for this plane, so let's return to the hangar. Felt really cool to fly that around. It's a really cool plane. And I can actually research it, so I'm happy about that. Anyways, we might as well move on to Germany. So, Germany gets a whole new line of open-top tank destroyers. Before, they just had these two, and they're like these Panzer 35s, Panzer 38s were over here, but now they have like this tier 1 tank destroyer. We can take it out for a test drive. Has a 47mm cannon, 90mm of penetration, not bad, good for rank 1 I think, where just about anything can get penetrated by gunfire, so machine gun fire in some cases. So yeah, cool little tank destroyer. I wouldn't really worry much about its lack of armor because, first of all, it's not really intended to be very heavily armored. It's supposed to like sit in the back and snipe. But like I said, pretty much every tank at that tier can get one-shotted. So it's not much of a concern. You could potentially use it as any other tank, but it doesn't have it like any turret traverse. It doesn't have a turret, so I wouldn't recommend it. Recommended using it in its intended role as a sniper. So nice little gun, nice little tank. Yeah, pretty much all there is to say about it. See the people loading it in the back. And yeah, let's see what we have next. So I can't take the Nashorn out for a test drive, but I think we can take a look at it at least. It's another open-top tank destroyer. It's like the Martyrs that are like at the rank 2. Looks like with this swiveling thing right here, it would actually have pretty good gun traverse. Apparently, at least from what I've heard, it has very good gun depression, so it can just like peek over a hill and just aim its gun all the way down to here, somewhat, and just like snipe from there, so it'd be good hidden and stuff. And as you might expect, no real armor at all, but it does have this 88mm Pak 43 gun, which has 232mm of penetration from 100 meters and 204mm at 1,000 meters. So, excellent gun. Basically, yeah, just like the first one, the tank destroyer we just looked at. You just like sit in the back and snipe. Don't really expect to be hit. Then we have this thing, the Dicker Max. Haha, dick joke. Ha 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 ha. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, it's... Wow, that's actually a pretty good armor penetration. 142mm at 100 meters. Yeah. In German, it's called the Fat Max. Yay. Again, ha 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 ha, nobody cares. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, yeah. See, gun depression wise, wow, that is very good gun depression. You can just, or just imagine you're on a hill, you can just like aim all the way down. Like, just looking right at the, yeah. So, you can penetrate a KV-2 from that far away, except it missed. So, I'm gonna see the gunshot animation. 4 crew members in the back. Boom. Yeah, nice gun. Actually, pretty good. So yeah, it's got this new tank destroyer, open top tank destroyers. They all seem pretty good, so long as you don't like go to the front line with them. The Hetzer, which was previously over here, is over in the fully enclosed tank destroyer line with like the Jagdpanzer and such. And for aircraft, Germany gets a lot of things. First of all, where's it? Oh, they get the Dornier 335, which is the called the File or Arrow, and this was a pretty unique aircraft. It had, if you look at the X-ray, it has 2 engines. Yeah, it has 2 engines, one in the back, one in the front, turning 2 propellers, again, one in the back, one in the front. And this actually gave it a really good performance, at least at altitude. I don't know how it performs in-game. Probably not, I'm assuming not very well at the altitude that it'll probably be fighting at. If you want to like go into that more, there's a video Mags TV did about why the Dornier 335 might not be very good. But then again, performance 763 kilometers an hour. I don't know how they modeled the flight model for it to perform at. Jeez, grammar in that sentence. I don't know how they modeled it for performance at the altitudes it'll probably be fighting at. Hopefully, it's pretty good. Yeah, armament-wise, it is very powerful. One Mark 103 cannon, which is one of the best guns in game. The Mark 103's kind of peeking through the engine cowling right there. You can actually load it with a type of ammunition that can penetrate tanks, so it's a very powerful cannon. Pretty low rate of fire, but still really powerful, long range. Also has these 2 MG151 20mm cannons, which are just all around good guns. Pretty standard armament for a German aircraft. And yeah, they also have this this premium version of the Dornier 335, and this other version which can apparently carry bombs. Yeah, this version can carry bombs, the A1 version. But this premium version is probably the coolest, I don't know, in my opinion. Slight performance drop, but that's because it has 2 additional 30mm cannons here and here, mixed with the one right here and the additional 2 20mm. So very powerful armament. Performance drops a bit, but it still looks really good. Again, I don't know how it performs at certain altitudes, but yeah, it's still just a really cool plane either way. Yeah, we can take this one out for a test flight actually, so might as well. Alright, so takeoff, this is really cool to fly this actually. I've been waiting for this for a while. Not sure how it actually performs, but takeoff speed is decent, seems like. It's fast enough. Not quite yet. It's a heavy fight. It's a pretty heavy aircraft, so. Well, again, gear retraction is very slow. So this might be a problem if you're like flying over short runways where the trees are right at the end of the runway, but excellent roll rate, look at that. It's like a Focke-Wulf 190. Wow. This is awesome. Just look at the cockpit. That's almost reminiscent of like some sort of TIE fighter or something you'd see in science fiction or Star Wars. That's pretty vague, but yeah, any science fiction. That wasn't funny. Anyways, unless you laughed at it, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah. So, really nice cockpit view. I like that. Again, very powerful armament. You have these. First, you have these MG-151 20mm. Then you have these 3 Mark 1-3 cannons. Just decimate everything they touch. Nice cockpit view. Guns firing. Shoot down these AAA placements. Now, I'm actually curious about the performance, so see if we can climb a bit and see its performance at altitude. Low altitude, that is. Let's try to get up to about 1,000 meters and see how it performs in a straight line. And also probably its dive speed, we'll test those out. You can see these 2 engines working. It's a push or puller configuration is what it's called. And yeah, the speed doesn't drop that much as you're climbing. It's about the same speed drop as you'd find in a Focke-Wulf 190, which is a very good aircraft if you know what you're doing with it. And it's hard to say. It seems like the speed increase is rather slow. If you look in the top left-hand corner, you can see the performance increase. Let's try to put on war emergency power. Turn it off. So yeah, it's kind of slowly gets to speed. So far, just like 415 kilometers an hour. That's not too bad. I don't know how I honestly don't know how it'll perform in battle. I'd have to actually test that out, and I don't have the aircraft. Keep in mind this one is a bit slower than the others because it has the extra 30mm cannons. Sorry, but it's making good pace. Not too bad. We bring it into a dive. Seems the dive speed seems to be increasing well. Alright, so just from 1,000 to the deck got me to about 660 kilometers an hour, so not bad. I'll have to test this out in battle to see how it does, but it, for a heavy fighter, it is very maneuverable. That you just saw that turn right there. Lateral turning, not bad at all. Probably could compete with some props if they're foolish enough to turn, which at this rank I doubt many will, but there probably will always be someone who does that, so count on that. But yeah, I can actually turn really well. Excellent roll rate. It's just all around good heavy fighter, I think. Again, I don't know how it will perform against like single engine fighter aircraft, but we'll see. Once I get this plane, I'll try to get a good replay in and give you my feedback on it. So yeah, that was the file. Dornier 335. Don't know if it's pronounced Dornier or Dornier, but there you go. And we also have the TAR 152C modification. So we already had the H modification, which has longer wings and one Mark 108 cannon and two MG151 20 mils. The Mark 108s, or MK 108, is a 30 mil. But this one has the more powerful Mark 103, which, as I said before, can, like, if you take out a certain type of ammunition, can actually destroy tanks. And it has an additional 4 20mm cannons. So, very powerful armament. You can see it there. Nice grouping with the 30mm firing directly ahead through the engine. It also has shorter wings, and it's better at mid-altitude combat, is what the web dev blog said, at least. Whereas the 152H, which we already have in game, I'll bring it up right now, is better at high altitudes. So you can see it has the longer wings. And yeah. So unfortunately we can't take out the 152C for a test flight. But once I get it, I probably will find a good, like the Dornier 335, I probably will get a good replay in once I get it. If I get a good replay in, if I decide to record it, but yeah. Performance comparisons, if you look at the stat card, don't look really good, but again, I don't really know. I wouldn't trust the stat cards. They've been wrong before many times, and doesn't say they won't be wrong again, so who knows. So anyways, for Russia, we have, first of all, this new flak vehicle. Actually, I might want to take this one out for a test drive. This is the KV-1S. It's not the flak vehicle, so it's a heavy tank, which is basically a normal KV-1 heavy tank that's, I believe, a bit faster, has a different turret design. Yeah. So you can see it has like a low kind of turret reminiscent of the T-34's turret. Pretty slow turret traverse like the original KV-1, but you can see it is doing 42 kilometers an hour easily on level ground, so yeah, this will be pretty cool. Good all-around tank, I think. Same 76mm gun armament. SCAS machine gun, yeah. I think it does have a bit lighter, I don't know, let's see. The armor is a bit lighter, but not by that much, so it's still pretty decent. Decent fast heavy tank. And then we also have another truck with guns on it. It's the 94 km ZIS-12, which is basically just an improvement of this original one, which had one 25mm cannon. This one has two. So obviously faster rate of fire as both cannons are firing together. It's an anti-air vehicle. Yeah, it's just a truck with some guns on it. And again, like the other one, you do have to position the gun correctly because you can't shoot over the cabin, obviously. So yeah, it doesn't have the same faceplate, and looks like, protecting it, but that really didn't do much in the first place compared to other tanks. But yeah, you see that really fast rate of fire. I think I just killed two tanks there, I'm not sure, but oh no, he's still alive, he's just on fire. So yeah, just two 25mm guns on a truck. It is pretty fun to shoot though. So you have a higher concentration of fire, higher rate of fire. Pretty neat. Good flak vehicle, I'd say. And let's see, what else did we get this update? Oh yeah, T-44-100, which is just a normal T-44, except it has these kind of side plates on the side. Yeah, side plates on the side, who would have guessed? It has these plates on the side for additional protection against like heat shells and stuff, high explosive anti-tank shells, because once the shell hits that extra layer, it just detonates on the layer and doesn't actually affect the hull. And it also has the 100mm gun that you'll see on like tanks, like the T-54 and stuff. So yeah. Also has an extra 12mm machine gun on top, so you can see. And let's see, did we get anything else for Russia? No. Yeah, I don't remember anything else. I don't see anything else that's new. But pretty sure they got some new aircraft. I don't know. Let me see. Oh. Well, they did get this new flying boat called like the MBR-2, I believe. But you can only get it in like special events. Yeah, it's a flying boat, some bombs on it, some machine guns for defense. Yeah, pretty much it. Britain did get some new things. First of all, they got the Sunderland Mark 3A, which is a giant flying boat. Has how much armament does it have? Alright, it has 2 turrets with 2 Browning machine guns each. About, say, 8 machine guns for defense and 4 in the front for, like, strafing. So yeah, at this rank, that is a pretty good defense, I'd say. And Britain is lacking in adequate bombers at the late tiers. This is an early tier plane, so I guess I shouldn't say that. But this is like one of the few British bombers that has good defense, I guess. And look, this is cool, we can even take off from the water. Well, it is a flying boat. Machine guns up front. See if I don't screw this up. They should have like wakes and spray from the engines as it goes by later on. This is still really cool. With all these machine guns. Nice grouping there. Yeah, I'd imagine this is a pretty fun plane to fly. It's got that turret on top. You can see kind of the inside if you look closely through the portholes. This would be good for like going by some like light targets and just strafing it, I guess. It does get a selection of bombs, but you actually have to research them, I think, or you can't take them out in test flight at least. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Guns all around. Good defense. So yeah, this might be a bit harder to tackle. Looks like it can take a massive beating just through all the... Just because it's such a large aircraft, it could probably absorb a lot of fire. But yeah, that's the Sunderland. And it can land on the water, so that's cool. Anyways, we also get the Sea Venom, which is a 2-seat version of the Venom meant for taking off of carriers. It has 420mm Mark V Spano cannons, which is the general armament for British jets and stuff at this era. See the pilots grouped together there. Yeah. You can see the performance is Performance is pretty decent, like about 900 kilometers an hour. That's pretty good. And this might be pretty fun to fly once I even get to the jets. Yeah, so for tanks, they did get a couple of really cool additions. First of all, the Falcon, which is a late tier flak vehicle. I obviously can't take it out because it's late tier. I don't have late tier or anything. So, anyways, it has very fast firing 30mm Spano Suzuya cannons. No armor, but that's not really a problem with flak vehicles in the first place. And yeah, there's a rate of, I don't know if you can see the rate of fire, but yeah, fire rate 600 shots per minute. So that's a really good rate of fire there. And pretty high velocity guns too. The armor penetrations with the default rounds is like 53mm. And with the special armor APDS rounds, armor piercing discarding Sabo, I'm pretty sure it's called, you get an extra, well, you get 110mm of penetration at 10 meters and 100mm at 100 meters. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be very hard to go up against if you're in an aircraft at late tier, because it goes up against jets, and although jets are really fast, it has really fast firing guns, so it can track them down and just utterly take them apart. And that wasn't a very, whatever, just rip them to bits basically. Yeah. And they also get the Conqueror, which is the end line, which is the, oh sorry, they don't get the Conqueror, shut up. They get the Chieftain, that's the right one. Okay, they already have the Conqueror. Conqueror is the heavy tank. Chieftain's really good medium tank. It was designed during the Cold War. You can see, like, it looks a lot like a modern tank, and in many cases it is. Like, it's pretty sure it's still used around the world today. It's decently fast, 41 kilometers an hour, and it's really well armored for a medium tank. Let's just take a look at this here for a second. So here, if you come face to face with this, I'd shoot either here or like here, because that's where the armor is weak. Well, the armor's weakest down here. It's still pretty strong, 220mm right here. Even stronger right here. And from the face, almost anywhere, even it's surprisingly more armored here than it is over here. But still, that's 200 from the front. That's like 200 up to 300mm thick. And here it's like up to 400mm thick, almost 500 depending on where you shoot. And yeah, this is just, I honestly don't try to penetrate this from the turret unless you have like a really good gun, because it's probably not going to happen and you're going to wind up the smoking ruin. So yeah, side armor obviously not that good, rarely is in any tank, and you can like angle your side armor, so it'll probably, like, if you angle it, see like this, if I can find the actual hull. Wow, actually the hull is sloped at an angle, you can see it down here, so it actually kind of provides extra protection. Yeah, unless you like shoot here, then it's, yeah, but angling's still pretty good. Yeah, just ferocious, I'd say. It has one 7.62mm machine gun and one 12.750 cal. Both are in the front of the turret, so nice concentrated machine gun fire. Ammo spread around. Yeah, I would shoot down here because the shrapnel from the shell would go up, hit all this ammo, and detonate the tank if if you happen to come head to head with this thing and live to tell the tale, that is. So yeah, this is probably going to end up like the T-10M for Russia. It's probably going to be really deadly. And in real life it was, so that's good. Can't take it out again. I don't have any high-tier stuff, so. Well, we went over aircraft. Japan. Japan gets a nice addition to their air tree. They don't have any ground vehicles yet. They should. They actually had a lot of prototype ground vehicles that would have competed well. Anyways, I'm getting out of context here. So they have the Kai-83, which is Japanese heavy fighter designed in late World War II. I believe the prototypes were destroyed by bombs eventually, but not before they could. I think one was captured by the U.S. and tested, and it had a very good performance for a heavy fighter, at least 700 kilometers an hour. At least that's what the stat card says. And yeah, I can see this thing competing well against jets, like early tier jets. Has 30 millimeters and 20 millimeter cannons in the front, 2 and 2 of each. It's an extra gunner in the back. I'm not sure why. I think in the case that like you'd want to mount like Shraga music cannons, which is basically a term for a cannon that's just mounted obliquely at an angle like that. So like if you're to fly under a bomber stream and just like shoot up from below without actually having to engage with those, I guess that's what this gunner would be used for. But no Shraga music cannons are modeled in this, so yeah. And that pretty much does it for new vehicles, but they did add a couple new maps, 2 new snow maps. Let's see if we can find them. As well take out my tree where I have a Tiger tank. Yeah. Let's see. Custom battles, yeah, that's it. Frozen Pass is one of them, so we can. It's already full. Let's try to find this one. Something that isn't full. This one isn't full. Frozen Pass. There we go. Let's see and take a look at this. So here's the map. New map. One team spawns here, one team spawns there. And I can see them skirmishing around here. There's probably good sniper points along the map. And it's still taking a little while to load. Take out the FW-190 with winter camouflage, because then it would actually make sense. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. You can see like airplanes spawn over here. It's kind of like in a valley. I like that. Take out some rockets with me, and we can get a view from the air. I don't know if it's jets flying around, so I'm probably not going to be very effective. But P-80s, yeah, that's a jet. Fly around, look at it. Nice scenery, really nice scenery. And most of the fighting goes down by what looks like that rail bridge right there. Railroad bridge, whatever, same thing. And yeah, I can imagine that you'd like have to sort of sneak around. There'd probably be a lot of choke hold points. So everyone's in the zone. Perfect targets for my rockets. Just took out a heavy tank. Not sure what kind. Oh, it took out a Tiger II. That's nice. And just strafe AI tanks, even though I don't really have the armament for it. So yeah, let's get out of the aircraft and see if we can go in with a tank. Tiger, preferably, because it's the only real thing that can do much. I was spawned in the wrong place, so can't get over to our base, which is being captured, but then at least this will give you a good... Oh, I must have started a fire on that Churchill, which exploded. That's what the message was that you just saw when I fired those rockets. Yeah. So, not too much details, I've noticed, but still details, decent amount of details. It's really scenic, in a way, fighting inside this valley. And, you know, there's, like, choke points and sniper points. I'd imagine combat here to be more slow and methodical instead of, like, just charging out against the planes, because there's more obstacles. And it's a relatively small map, so... At least that's what I think how combat would take place. Tiger looks really out of place in this winter zone, so it won't be very hard to spot. I mean, we won't be hard to spot either way because it's custom battles and you can see people in that, so... Oh shit, it's a mouse. I'm gonna be useless against that. So I should probably get the hell out of here, but of course I'm not gonna do that because you want to see the action. And even if it requires me killing myself, I'm gonna get action one way or another. It's Tiger 2. Well, I know I can penetrate his armor. Attack that AI T-26 at least. Fire and miss. Oh shit. No. Ah. Been crippled. So we're just gonna have to repair, and we lost anyways, so yeah. That was that. It's one of the maps. Let's see if we can find the other one. The other one was like some convoluted Russian name that's hard to pronounce. It was called... how do I go back? Volokolomsk, yeah. So I can join into that. See what we can see. Alright, this one I'd imagine to be probably pretty difficult to play on because it doesn't look like there's any obstructions at all. It's just a big plain in the middle of Russia. So, wow. Oh, that's cool. If you can see like the restrictions for ground vehicles and air vehicles by switching whether or not you have a ground vehicle and air vehicle. So yeah, let's take a look. So I guess for this map you're gonna have to like find a place to hide and then just camp there. I took out the wrong camouflage, but oh well. And there's an Me-262, which is a jet fighter flying around, so there's dubious if I can engage in, but there's plenty of AIs which are just in little biplanes. Yeah, not very difficult. So I am lagging a bit because I'm recording, but still should be good for you, I guess. You as the viewer, or you may be. Set him afire, he's an actual player. Exploded in midair. You can see the wreckage falling. Haha. Nope, not going to turn with the Spitfire. Do not make the mistake. There's a mouse over there, which is just a giant German heavy tank. I'm going to have to kill it. There's a Spitfire behind me, isn't there? I just shot that thing with a rocket and it didn't do anything. A MiG-15 just tried to shoot me down and then crashed. Bravo. Just bravo. 10 out of 10. Alright, so I'm actually going to spawn into a flak vehicle because That way I can actually sweep up all these aircraft that are whizzing around. Come and get me, you bastards. He's screwed. Carnarvon just rammed me. Goods common decency. Real hero. Let's see, what shall I kill? Here's the question. My accuracy is shit. But there are plenty of things to kill. Alright, so my friend got him, but I gotta hit him first, so assist. Ah, shit. Played a sneaky little trick on me, eh, you motherfucker. I'll get you. I won't survive this. Now he's on fire, how do you like that? I don't like it either, because I didn't get the kill. Alright, well, a plane just despawned right then and there. Nothing to see here, just invisible aircraft. Let's see, what shall we kill? Is always the question, isn't it? Alright, he killed me. Oh, we got a hit on him. Yeah, so let's see if we can explore this a bit more. And our aircraft. So yeah, this is just a big plane in Russia, where you're probably gonna get shot anywhere you go, because there's no obstacles to hide behind. Pretty cool map, I'd say. Weird looking at all the huge distance between things. It's just miles and miles and miles of forest and just this square in the middle. Oh, that was a clever shot. It's like we hit that mouse. Oh shoot, what was that? MiG-15, let's go head on with a jet and armed with tons of ammo. Ammo within myself. Alright, well we missed anyways. Let's take some sniping shots. Of course it won't do anything because we're fools. I have an idea, MiG-15, you should turn with me. Yeah, you're following my instructions. Good boy. Nope. Bugger. I have energy too. Just said I had energy too, then somebody coincidentally answered no. So, time for me to fall to the earth. That's what you have to do in this scenario. Hey, is that something? Oh, there I go. There's something I can shoot. No, don't die yet. No! New fire effects, it looks like. But yeah, wasn't any chance I was going to stand up to a jet. So yeah, I guess we can quit from this. I'm pretty sure that's all the changes that there are. I mean, there's plenty of changes, but these are all the noticeable ones, all the ones that people will care about, all the ones that people will actually watch this video for. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, so this is just a way to keep the channel alive and hopefully get more views than usual. Hopefully you enjoyed, like I just said. Anyways, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching this.